I think Althia has a question as well.
I want to pick up on two things you just said. The first one, you said this is not about me. This is precisely about you. We wouldn't be here if you didn't want a majority government. You would have kept going for 2 years. Maybe it would be best if you just apologize for why we're here, and then we could all move on to the question I really want to ask you, which is about the other thing you said, about your vaccine rules. Yes, it's creating polarization. You've been very critical in the past of politicians who sow division. Yesterday, in your comments after the debate, you talked about the need to differentiate between the angry mob that was outside and the people who have real concerns about vaccine safety and security. You haven't really done much to reach out to those people. In fact, you've lumped them in with the other one. Is your saying, yes, it's creating polarization, you acknowledging that you are sowing division in this country?
First of all, let me emphasize that when I say it's not about me, it's not about me for me. It's not about my success for me. It is what drives me on this isn't some personal drive to make my mark. It's a drive to actually impact Canadians for the better. One of the reasons why I actually got into politics is I saw that the things my dad did decades ago still resonate on people, and being able to actually, long after the young people I talk to today actually, lump him in with pictures of their parents' prime ministers on walls of their school. For me, the decisions I'm making are about people. Now, you can make it about me, and people can choose that it's about me, but I'm not making this about me. Secondly, I am reflecting on the fact that you can't see these mobs we're facing without understanding that there is a lot of polarization and anger, and trying to pretend there's not would be perhaps emulating some of the mistakes made in the United States over the past years and the kinds of division that happens there. But I'm also going to be very clear that trying to bring people together is not always compatible with science, with respect for human rights, with the best way to move things forward. I mean, when Aaron O'Toole talks about, oh yes, we need to unite people, we need to bring people together, he's talking about defending the rights of people who are anti-vax. And what we have done from the beginning is created education campaigns, outreach programs, empowered local drop-in, mobile vaccination units across the country to make sure that those people who are hesitating for a whole bunch of different reasons choose to get vaccinated. And one of the things we've seen, and anytime a province announces a proof of vaccination program or mandate, anytime any country has moved forward with mandatory vaccinations for this group or that group, we see a spike in people who had been hesitant but decided that now's finally the time to get vaccinated. So being firm about what Canadians showed us to almost 80% during the past year, which is we want to be there for each other and do the right things for our communities, being firm that we're going to protect and, yes, acknowledge the sacrifices and reward the people who have worked so hard to get back to normal with the ability to get back on planes and trains, and say those who don't are free to choose to not get vaccinated. But you're not free to choose to endanger my kids and endanger us all of future lockdowns and risk all of us having a slower recovery.
So I want to pass it on to my colleagues, but I'm not sure, having listened to your answer, I understand whether or not you feel like you're contributing to the polarization of that debate in this country.
I don't, I'm not going to apologize that people are mad at me for listening and standing up to science. I'm not going to apologize for being unequivocal that vaccines are the way through this. And if you make a choice, a personal choice, to not get vaccinated, then I will have no sympathy for you when you come to me and said, oh, but I can't go out to a restaurant with my friends, or I'm not being allowed to go to the gym, or my employer is telling me I have to continue to work from home. You don't have a right to endanger others. You have a right to make choices about your own status and your own health decisions, but you can't impose those decisions at risking everyone else. So no, I won't apologize for being extremely unequivocal and standing up for the vast majority of Canadians who've done exactly that.